All right, hello. Welcome to episode 29 of the Role Slayers podcast. We're here to play D&D for your entertainment.
And ours.
And ours. Mostly ours. But you get the privilege of following along in this epic adventure of ours, our Odyssey, our Iliad.
Isn't it Iliad?
Yeah, it's very presumptive. No, we're better than Homer, okay? He's old and very dead, and we're not.
Homer wishes he was.
So, I'm feeling saucy.
More like Nomer.
Oh, I don't even have my mic on. The shotgun mic's definitely picked me up, though, so sorry, Rico. I'm gonna put my mic on now.
All right. Let's just start it over?
No, we're going.
Just cut that.
Hayden, what's going on in announcement world?
Gross.
Let me tell you all about it. It's been 6 months since I've done this, and bear with me. I'll start with our musical partners, our musical sponsors, our musical friends over at Sirenscape for the sound effects, Beyond Skyrim, Scanless Short Halt Music, and Celestial Aeon Project for the rest. All those folks make what you're hearing now and what you'll hear in a little bit come together. Go check them out. Use them in your own games. Go check out Tyler's playlist. He's a public persona on Spotify. Up next, let's talk about our Patreon and issue some apologies just collectively as a group for what we've done there.
Collectively as a group?
Yes, because anyone could have put anything on there. It's not just me.
Yeah, definitely no one else besides Hayden has the password, so...
I thought about it, and we've thrown around some ideas. There's actually going to be some stuff going up there, some one-shots Tyler's planning, that sort of stuff, so go check out patreon.com/rollslayers. I promise I will put stuff in there. I thought about doing like a keyboard tour of the things that I use to make the theme song. That seems easy enough.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that seems good. And we're not putting any copyright infringement in there, as was thrown around earlier. So go check out patreon.com/rollslayers. Tyler, what do you got in your world anvil for us today?
Nothing today. I don't need anything for today's sessions, but
it's like talking to a tree.
I'm sorry. Maybe there's a talking tree in there. You know, you can make your own talking tree and not call it an ent because copyright. And then you can give it a really cool personality and not a boring one like all of the ents in Lord of the Rings. Sorry, I just went there.
Wait,
Ents are so boring.
They're funny.
No, they're boring. They sit and talk.
You're going to use
It's
your
fine.
time to roast Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Is this what you want to do?
Yes, I do. This is my platform for now, and ents are boring. Make better ents in World Amble. worldamble.pxf.io/rollslayers.
Yep, and let's talk about the minis. As you can see, or as you will see soon, there's about 700,000 minis on the table right now, and several of those come from our good pals over at Eldritch Foundry. That's what we use to make our custom minis for our custom characters that live custom little lives. Go over to Eldritch Foundry and use our discount code RollSlayers to check out for 15% off. Finally, follow us on all of the socials, and I mean all of them. There's Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Give us the old like and subscribe treatment on YouTube, if the Lord leads you. And also check us out. We've got a Discord. It's been rough and lively lately.
So lively. Too lively.
Yeah, I'm taking
Make it more
a vacation
lively.
from Discord after the last couple days. It's been bad.
It's been
This is a poor plug, but
Fast and
get our
furious.
link. Get our link from our Instagram bio or our website, rollslayers.com.
Yeah. Anything else, Hayden? Any announcements, anyone? We are going to get sued by the NFL. No. They don't know us. They don't know who we are. Let's play the game. Last we left off, the party killed a bunch of eyeless, got some guns, witnessed the revivification of Lieff via snip,
That's right.
and told on Stadrilla basically. There was swift justice, a selection of the Pit of Grievance by Yaz, and in accordance with their laws, a 5-to-1 precedent set. He selected the weaponry used, which would be none. The party leveled up and made their way back to Phalash's, preparing for the fight on the morrow. So as you make your way back, creak up the steps to the abandoned porch, Phalash has gone about his business and is not home, but assured you that you'd be able to rest.
What
Is there
time
anything
is it?
you guys are doing? I believe that fight was in the morning, so it's probably midday.
Okay. Remind me what Conflict does.
Late afternoon. Cold Flake gives one supposedly visions,
Supposedly.
supposedly prescience to some, or others just experience hallucinations. It varies by the user.
So as far as like the bark is concerned, is that stuff that would be found within our vicinity?
Yes, but if you're trying to prepare this for the next day, it takes a time to cure said mash.
So it's not like a can blend this tonight and be ready tomorrow kind of thing.
You could certainly attempt it.
I think it's something Mert would try,
Okay.
just out of curiosity. Are you trying to say something, Lieff, Hayden?
Not unless this is apparent and publicly happening.
I think Mert might say something along the line, like to the group along the lines of,
I'm gonna go practice on some trees.
So we're just gonna let him do that, right?
What else is he going to practice on? You
No,
want to
I mean
go-
like go in the pit.
Oh, yes. Why not?
Because that's a big fella. But no, I guess if, to each their own.
He has the right. He was threatened by him, and he is a person that can go and do these things. You don't want to let him do this?
No, I'm not. I can't talk him out of it. At least I don't think so.
Go ahead and make a nature check for me as you depart the cabin.
yeah, nature. Oh, not bad, 17.
You're quickly able to identify a long, straight tree with kind of dappled bark skin of almost birch-esque nature, silver and darker colored. And with the 17 are able to shave off a fair amount of slivers with a dagger.
Cool. Yeah. So I guess just Mert, would he have like an idea of how to make the called flake, other than just like these are the ingredients involved?
You know a general process, but you're not a chemist.
Fair. Think he would probably try to do this surreptitiously because he ran off from the group. So, what little information he has, he's going to try to make what he thinks is called flake.
Okay, do you have any alchemy tools?
Oh no, I have brewer's tools. That's not the same.
You can use them.
He's gonna try it. He's gonna try it.
Go ahead and make a medicine check with disadvantage.
Woo! 18.
Okay, please roll a d4 for me.
All right. That's a 1.
Okay. You take one of your brewer's vats and a large stick, and within said vat you toss mushrooms and bark and mash it into a fine paste. You then take a small wooden tray from your pack and almost like a cake pan lay out that paste to dry and cure.
Cool.
We'll see what happens in the morning.
All right.
Are you returning, or are you spending some time alone?
Probably spending some time alone, just
Okay.
thinking about what's coming up.
Mert, as you are contemplating, the rest of you discussing the ramifications of Mert's decision to fight in the Pit of Grievance, a voice enters the back of each of your heads. There is much to discuss. It's the same voice you heard when Lieff was brought back.
I would just like look up and look at everybody else with wide eyes.
Zeg will specifically narrow his eyes at Lieff and be staring daggers at him.
Lieff is in a rocking chair and has a blank face.
Brother, I've been exposed. We must talk about this with your compatriots now.
Can they all hear this?
Yes.
Oh,
I
yes.
just said that to him, but
Now isn't the best time?
Do you not wish to know about me?
Well, yeah, definitely. But there's a lot going on right now.
Maybe we just let him say what he has to say real quick. Or something?
Am I hearing his statement, or is it just them?
Just them?
all right, fine. I don't know how far off Mert is. Look. Okay, yes, I am not. I don't think I've actually really said anything to surprise anybody, I guess. It's more just like a situation of. It's an omission, I guess. I haven't lied to any of y'all about anything. How about that? Let's start there. I do not know exactly where my powers come from. I do know that I have a sibling that didn't quite make it into this world. And that's how, I guess that maybe he has some latent powers, I don't know.
Brother, you are skirting this.
Is he inside you?
I would look upon them face to face. Please.
What?
Look, I got nothing on that. I really don't know how to get into that.
Lieff, can you just be straight with us, please?
What do you want to know? This is all above.
Just
I've
tell
died
us,
today.
what is-
It's all been above my pay grade. And frankly, he wasn't talking until about 2 weeks ago.
He was not talking to anyone, to you. So you had the powers, but you didn't know where they came from, and now you all of a sudden realize you have a brother.
I had a suspicion.
Brother?
I knew about the brother in some ways.
Like what ways specifically?
Well, I knew that I wasn't born by myself. I knew that I had powers, and more than anything else, I guess I had an inkling that he was the source, you know?
Lieff, was he your twin and you ate him or something?
That's what I'm saying. Is he inside you?
Feel attached to you?
I don't know about all that. but-
Remember those ones? There was the egg that hatched with two, and then one of them ate the other one inside the egg in the
Yes.
crush one time.
Yeah, best I can tell, it's something along that. I don't know much about the circumstances of my birth because, my moms didn't
What
make
is
it out.
this face to face?
That's a trickier one.
Why do you persist in this? I have
Frankly,
wrenched you from death. They know about us. We are Snip, by the way.
Okay.
it's kind of the cheeky sort of name that you give something that you just kind of wish you could have snipped out of your life. not one that you expect to hear spoken aloud, I guess.
And he's like a part of your body or something?
Sort of. He'll at this point just kind of lift his shirt up, and there's just what looks like a big scar on his stomach. Let's see.
As you lift your shirt up, there is a line of searing pain vertically across your stomach, and a tearing sensation.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Absolutely.
Lieff?
An ovular slit in the skin opens up.
Oh my gosh, Lieff!
A milky white sphere beneath it. Slowly an iris and a pupil rolling down. From various positions you see different color iris. Some of you see blood red. Some of you see lilac.
Zach is going to like stand up and back away and be like using a lot of like Yankee expletives.
Ori,
kind of separating from the rest of the scarred flesh, there's just what you kind of realize as it starts to take more shape, just a very, very small arm, just kind of curled and up against the body.
Wait, so there's so there is an eyeball in the middle of your stomach. Is it this way? Is it this way? It's regular way.
It's probably that way.
This way?
That way.
When you said
It's
it, I
probably-
pictured
it's
it this
probably
way.
like,
And then when it became an eyeball, I was like, oh, what is
normal eyeball
I had specified it
This.
vertically, but
That's horrifying.
it is up to you which way you want it.
And so next to that, there's a tiny arm.
Yeah. That's new too.
Wait, that is
I
actually
didn't
new?
enjoy how that felt. No,
I can see.
yeah, you like what you see. There's
No, they are disappointing.
as if you know, never seen anything in your life.
That is fair.
Ori seems both disgusted and very curious. So she's like stepping forward a little bit and then like backing away, and then stepping forward a little bit and then backing away.
So yeah, I knew he was there. I knew that the arm would move around and basically do some magics in my stead a little bit.
So it's just an eye and an arm, or does he actually crawl out of you?
Oh, there's an ear there too.
As you get closer, you do see a small ear stunted.
Okay, wait. So what is?
That's about it.
Is there flesh, or is it just an eyeball and an ear and an arm?
It looks kind of like you would see someone with a burn scar. It kind of looks like that.
It's very Picasso.
Yeah.
So the eyeball is just has happened. The arm is the arm and the ear. How when is this? Whatever. How long this has been going on?
Always. I was born with this.
With the arm.
We've been growing.
Well, that's good to know. Not something I've been aware of. That's actually new information for me. But
It's sentience, brother, not physically.
okay, well that's good. I would rather you not take over what remains of my stomach. But yeah, I was born with this here. It got me out of a few jams. I called it Snip because obviously that's what I wished I could do with it. And apparently it hurt me, I guess. I knew it could. I shouldn't really know its capacity for retaining that information until about 2 weeks ago. Everybody say hi. You wave now.
There's a twitch to the arm.
So has he always been like this? Like an arm coming out of you?
Yes. No, this isn't a slow emergence over many years. I was born with this.
Oh, you said
Sans
this has
eye.
only been happening like for 2 weeks.
The eye and
He's
the
only
ear.
been talking to me for 2 weeks.
So the arm and the ear have been there always.
Yes.
And the
eye
eye?
is new.
The eye is new.
Okay.
I assume it's probably been in there, but not usable.
Now,
I don't look at it much.
Snip keeps referring to itself as a we.
Yeah.
And I feel like I am hearing multiple voices, not
Well,
just the one.
I am the other half of the we. Don't
No.
you worry.
So
No,
you
we're
are
not.
also Snip?
Oh.
We are we. You are you.
Who is we?
We are we.
Is
Right
this
now,
like
just
what-
3.
Is this like another
Three?
Voltron situation?
Right now, 3?
No, not Modron. We are 3 right now.
Oh, so the eye is 1, and the hand
Oh.
is another, and the ear is another?
No.
Oh.
Well, then what are 3 of you? Like, what? If you're you,
We are.
what are the other 2?
It is complicated.
Well, obviously, but I'm trying to understand.
We've been trying to understand. It is quite vexing.
Okay, well, you just keep working on that and let us know when you'll have better words for it. What is it that you did want to discuss, or what has brought about this new emergence?
Well, we have revealed ourselves to you by dragging this one back from the void. We assumed you would want to address it.
I mean, that was pretty crazy.
Better to nip these things in the bud.
Whoa.
Okay, so are we cool and like you're just one of the gang now or something?
Your presence is tolerated.
Have you always been 3, or is this a new thing?
No, we started out as just Snip.
Okay, what are the other 2?
Snip.
Is it a clone? Are there more of you inside?
Ori.
How to explain? There are eons within us.
Huh?
Is it Visa or is that Jed?
Just Jed.
Just blinks at you.
Ori, I don't know that you need to worry about it much because I think you can probably take what it says with a grain of salt. It's slightly insane to the best of my knowledge.
It resurrected you, so it has some kind of power.
I didn't say it wasn't powerful. I said it was insane. It is certainly very powerful. It used to not be this strong. I know that because I went through my whole life with it, just doing a few things. But the last few weeks, things have been firing up within there. So
Quite an exponential growth, right? So,
something like that.
So do we need to? You seem to be hesitant to be sort of like a teammate as we have, sort of become with your brother, even though he is like, kind of a shady figure. We're trying to learn to trust each other and work together to stay alive in some crazy circumstances. And are you going to like help us? Are you going to cause problems? Is your power going to keep growing and then we will never know what you are going to do? Because that could be kind of a problem.
We consider you to be a bit of a liability. Lieff has not had the best judgment in his past. It has always been Snip and Lieff. We will not work against you. For now.
I mean, I don't really want to shake your hand necessarily, but is
Yeah,
there...
don't touch it. It's very fragile.
Is there like some kind of assurance that you're not going to change the for now end of your statement and decide that you, I don't know, want to do something irrational and all of it, and I don't know, get rid of all of us so you can help yourself and Lieff escape or do, I don't know.
You feel the presence in the back of your head, the tingling presence, kind of enrapture your brain, covering it, oppressing. And you hear deep in your mind, if I had wanted to, I would have by now. It then recedes.
He'll just be like very wide-eyed and like, yeah.
Well, that's certainly interesting.
Yeah, well, this wasn't exactly what I was hoping that everyone would discover about me, but now we're all here, so you're worried about too much else. I don't know that I can hide a bigger secret than this one.
This has been addressed. I find this sufficient. I snap shut.
Well,
Okay, well, I have not ever seen something like that before, but now I have.
I'll let you notice now. That's a pretty uncommon thing for this world, so you shouldn't expect to see it again. Don't worry about it.
It's about
There's
this
not too
time.
many folk out there that survived this long with something like that.
do you know of others that have had this happen?
Well, you know, you see every once in a while a sheep born with a couple extra legs, that sort of thing.
I think this is entirely different.
Not entirely, at least starts the same way.
Okay.
Twin.
Well, Lieff,
Well,
you should have mentioned earlier on our journey that, well, you were more than the perfect candidate to help us defeat the eyeless.
yes, thank you very much. It's been a very lucrative and productive use of my time.
In all seriousness, are you alright?
No, not my side. Of course not. Would you be?
I just mean to ask, could you use our support in any specific way? Like, support by not talking about it?
That's the greatest support that anyone could possibly offer me at any point in the rest of my life.
So we just pretend like this is not a part of things and we don't really bring it up unless it's like absolutely necessary.
Well, make no mistake, in general, I'm still the one steering the car. You know, not the car. We don't have cars in the fantasy world. Steering the cart. So you don't have to worry too much about, I don't know, him going rogue, at least to the best of my knowledge. Never has before. Yesterday being something of an or this morning, God, this morning being something of an exception, but you know, I was real down for the count then, so, you know, odd circumstance.
Well, we should definitely keep an eye on it because, well, as you've said, things have escalated pretty quickly, so they may continue to do that.
I have a question. You said that I could see a hand reach into my bag and get the diamond.
Mhm.
Was that a mage hand or was that this hand?
It was a mage hand.
Okay.
He doesn't have invisible mage hands. But what's your passive perception?
It's like 14.
Okay, that mage hand was a little withered, a little crippled, a little similar to Snip's hand.
Okay.
In any case, thank you for, well, at least trusting us in some way.
He walks up to Visa and puts a hand on his shoulder and just says, "Oh, this was not my doing."
But you didn't resist it.
That's true. You could have just like run away and never told us.
There's nowhere to run to. We are literally trapped in a giant prison of a city.
Well, that is true.
All that's to say, I absolutely would have
were there an opportunity to not tell people about this, I certainly would have taken it. But if anyone's gonna know, I guess I'm glad it's y'all.
And now we never have to speak about it again for some time.
Yeah, no, if he talks to you again, please tell me, because sometimes I'm realizing he's been doing it behind my back a little bit.
Oh,
Or
okay.
if he tries to come inside of my brain and crush it, I should let you know about that.
Well, all you have to do is show yourself worthy to my little psychic growth.
Okay. Okay, that's encouraging, I suppose.
There's a flicker in all of your brains, the approximation of a smirk. About this time, Mert returns to the cabin with a small baking tray.
Oh boy.
Hey guys.
Oh, what the scum is that?
Hi!
What is that?
It smells. Wait, I know what that smells like.
What does it smell like?
Merritt, what did you make?
Well, how many of y'all are familiar with cold flake?
Oh boy.
God.
All of you besides the gift.
Oh.
What?
No, is it like a cookie?
Why was this?
Oh, looks kind of like a granola. Like you leave it out, it gets a hard. You like take it. It's like a snack.
Well,
Don't eat it.
I mean,
Oh.
if you want to test it, make sure that it's working.
So how you want to spend your night before the, I don't know, events of tomorrow?
Well, you know what? I was thinking, I'm going to be pretty close quarters with the guy, right? Maybe I could slip it into his mouth, kind of give him a little bit of
What does
little
this
bit of
do?
loopiness for a bit.
What is this?
Do you think he would take this?
I don't know. Maybe I can force it into his mouth or something.
Giff, this is a powerful hallucinogen that, that fella was making in the roots of the tree. So, obviously, it seems that Mutt took some ingredients to go.
Okay. And this is like, it's okay to have this, or?
No, it's very not okay.
Okay, so we have to be very quiet about this.
Yes,
No one's
very
gonna
so.
cut your butt off or anything like that if you get caught with it. But,
What really makes you think that he's going to eat this?
I don't know. Maybe force it into his mouth or something. That's the best I got.
I mean,
And hope you get away with your finger.
There. I didn't think that far.
I did.
Actually, how much of this how much did he actually make?
You made a lot. A whole tray is like a lot of drugs.
oh my god.
Yeah, look, I can try some of this later and let you know how it go, I guess. It's not gonna... I'm gonna sniff at it and see if I can see its quality.
Go ahead and make a medicine check with advantage. And you also know that it takes at least 2 weeks to cure cold flake.
Okay, so it's not ready.
People have tried it before it's cured, and it is varying results. Is the best you can say.
I got a 14 on my medicine check.
It seems to be at least thoroughly mixed and mashed properly. You know that there are parts in the curing process that Mert likely doesn't know about, but
I may not know those either.
yeah, it's more proprietary, and you've not been intimately involved in the production of said material.
Well, this isn't ready to go. What does it do if it's not cured? That's a Hayden question.
Varying results. There have been times where prescient visions have happened. There have been times where it's very bad hallucinations of demons and devils and hags. There have been very good hallucinations. There have been stupors brought into where they
But it's still
see
like
or feel
potent.
nothing. I'm sorry?
It's potent, though.
Until it cures, it is very potent.
Oh.
Okay, I see. Look,
And
what
it
you
is
got
also
here is
consumed in
gonna
very
do-
small quantities.
Yeah. It's gonna do the job. Nobody should touch this. Don't even get it on your fingers for at least a couple weeks.
Oh, what would happen if we do?
Well, I mean, you might just accidentally. It's pretty potent right now. If you get some on your fingers and, bite a nail or something, you might, I don't know, see the entirety of the cosmos and
in about 15 seconds, which many minds can't quite come back from.
So this could like permanently destroy parts of our brains.
Presently, yeah. Give it a few weeks, it'd probably be all right.
That's drugs, kid.
Easy way
Want
to cast
to
the feeble mind
Feed
spell.
this to yes.
Like I said, he's never gonna take this.
Well, she's trying to force feed it to him, which is fine, but you might get some points taken off from this honorable combat you're supposedly joining.
It was an idea. Anything to make it easier, right?
In the meantime, I can hold on to it if you'd like.
I think it's an excellent idea.
See, the creepy guy agrees with me.
I didn't want to become the DM NPC. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to bring him to the table.
Well, you did.
I did.
Mert, you know about this?
I've heard the voice before, yeah.
Oh, there's
There's more.
We said we would not talk about it anymore.
Okay, but
No, we'll talk about it tomorrow. How about that?
I think that
What do you mean there's more?
Mark deserves to know it.
There's a thing growing in him.
Oh, that's not very sensitive, or what we talked
We
about
just
at
said
all
that we
earlier
would not
today.
say any more words.
We
That
can
is what
trust
we
everybody,
said.
That's
right?
what you said.
Okay, well.
I don't think we all.
All right, fine.
just
You get
real
over here
quick.
right now. He just lifts it up and shows his face to it. Here, look it in the eye. And his eyelid. Look it in the eye right now.
And Mert's just kind of like not really phased, seeing weirder stuff in the goblin pits.
Yeah, it's a growth.
What's your passive perception?
18.
You see a glimmer of green as well as blue or lavender and red in the iris.
I have never felt more at home in this moment than in this moment.
Those are some multicolored eyes. That's really interesting.
If you survive tomorrow, we're going to get as absolutely drunk as we possibly can. I will buy every single beverage of yours.
Let's do it. I'm gonna count on that. Y'all are gonna buy all my drinks.
If you survive, sure.
Oh, I'll survive, all right.
if they let us start buying things.
Only if we kill the traitor on the Council of Elders, then they better let us buy drinks.
Right? I think that would make sense. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna go get some air. There's been a lot of things happening, and I'm just gonna go take a minute.
Agreed.
Same.
About what time is it, I guess?
It's evening,
Cool.
afternoon, evening. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before your long rest and level up?
Zach would like to go, like, maybe out, like, behind Faylash's cabin or something, and he'll take out a dagger and kind of start, like, digging at the spot where that rune showed up, and just try to dig it out.
Okay. You start to press into the skin, searching for some sort of physical component to this. Rooting around, breaking veins, making a mess of your wrist.
Breaking veins?
You do not see.
He's digging in his wrist.
You do not see or feel any rune.
Can I just, like, take out
You want to gouge out like
as
that
much, like,
swatch.
try not just, like, let myself bleed freely, but try to, like, take out some of the, like, fleshy bits
Yeah, you can remove a
that
chunk
don't
of
need
flesh
to be there where it was.
contained said rune.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, and then try to, like, pack it, bind it
Yeah.
up real good. I don't know. Do I know how to stitch myself? I probably do
Of
that.
course, yeah. You've been bitten many a time, and this is similar to a bite where there's a chunk of flesh missing.
Yeah.
You were able to kind of care for and clean, wrap it in a gauze. Easy enough.
And then I'll probably put that, like, those,
The van braces.
yes, those elf skin greaves over it.
Easy enough to do. You're not certain if you've removed the rune or not, but better safe
I
than
feel
sorry.
a little better about it.
Yeah, a little lighter. Something's changed. As the sun begins to set, each of you deal with these things in your own way, prepare for the day tomorrow.
I would like to do a thing.
Okay.
I am going to probably find a spot on the porch and get my Eldritch Workshop up.
Okay.
And I am going to take some platinum from my bag. I do have platinum.
Yeah.
Because Ori likes to have various metals. And takes 10 platinum out and melts it down and makes 2 rings out of mold.
Okay. Easy enough. You spend some time working, pouring into the mold, creating 2 identical platinum rings. Easy enough to break from the mold and stow in your bag.
Perfect.
As sunset turns to night, there's a soft knock on the door. Feylash has not returned.
I would get up and answer it.
It is the king.
Oh, hello, sir. Are you looking for Feyla? She's not here.
No. I wanted to wish this one luck before tomorrow's. Looking past you at Mert.
And Mert just making eye contact and nodding.
Well, come on in then. Can you come in? This is Feylash's house.
How gracious of you. Yes. Strides in, makes a big billowing seat as he kind of spreads a half cape back before sitting down and starts to stare at the fire, periodically looking at you all.
Can I get you anything, sir?
Oh no, I'm fine. You know, there's been this rumor. Perhaps you could make use of it. That in days long past, there was a Hall of the Eyeless somewhere within the Woadfirin Mountains. Not confirmed, of course, but also a tunnel to Nogbus. Also not confirmed. Of course, this may be useless to you, but... Oh, I don't know. Yaz has been buying up a lot of property. But that's neither here nor there. What have you been doing to prepare?
You'd be surprised.
Making drugs.
I mean, Mert would kind of look at him and just do like a quick little knuckle crack.
I would also like to make doubly sure you are aware. This is very much to the death.
I wouldn't anticipate it to be anything else.
I've not lived long by standards of my race. And Yaz is old. But I saw him on the battlefield once. Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Well, I'll leave you to your evening, but thank you for your hospitality. Stands up abruptly and walks out.
This is just a really weird day, guys.
Wow. I really like that cape he had.
Ooh, you would look so cool with a
Right?
cape like
Like
that.
kind of like billowy, but like still really
You could like whip it
manly.
around when you like turn.
Maybe like outside of my really cool jacket. Would that be like too many things? So should we like follow up on what he said about there's like a tunnel?
I feel really weird about what just happened.
Can I retroactive insight check? Just trying to gather his tone
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check.
When, like, trying to glean,
You
like...
make the insight check, Ty.
Oh, yeah, What's your modifier?
Oh, sorry. I'm pretty sure. I'm not pretty sure, so I'm just gonna look it up. +4.
You glean two things. One, poor restraint, and two, poor social skills. In the fact that you gather he probably is not legally allowed to be involved in this process right now.
Yeah, did I glean maybe like he wanted somebody to know something that he couldn't technically be caught saying?
It was a bit of an obtuse way of doing it, but yes.
I wonder if this is a warning that, like, if Yaz does die, that there are a lot of people that would retaliate.
Well, the benefactor seemed to, well, not the one we've been calling our benefactor, but this red-haired elf seemed to indicate that Yaz was just a bit of a tool for the Eyeless. I don't know that they, I know this is maybe premature, but I don't know that they have so much vested interest in Yaz personally, in so much as he might have simply been securing property, I don't know, to mask their entry into the region, but that could just as well be used against their efforts if we were to, I don't know, one by one visit his properties and see if one of them is built on top of something.
I think that's the gist of it. Seems like the sort of next step sort of thing after whatever happens tomorrow.
I feel like certain people would just make use of his resources if he were to pass away.
He also really seemed not sure that it would go that direction, that Yaz would be the one dead at the end of it, which is not our hope, obviously, but
You seemed pretty sure that
to
Yaz
be
was going to
warning us that when Yaz wins, we should be prepared for, I don't know, a bunch of eyeless to come out of a tunnel or something.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Well, regardless of what happens, if he wins, we ought to be trying to do everything in our power to skip town, because I don't get the sense that he's going to look too kindly on us, and he is still a powerful person in this town.
So we should maybe have backup plan if Mart loses the battle and Yaz is victorious.
Maybe we can escape in the tunnels.
Oh, that is a good idea.
But what if it's riddled with eyeless?
Ugh.
Well, we don't know if it's still active. We know it's the Hall of the Eyeless, but the Eyeless has been defunct for, at least allegedly, defunct for many, many years.
Yeah, so maybe he was giving us a hint, like we can escape out that way.
The other thing that he also said was that Yaz, and I'm not sure like how it can be connected with what he just told us, but that he's been buying lots and lots of land.
Suspect one of them's got an access point at least, maybe more. So, could be that they are planning something. They are planning to pop out all those properties all over a bunch of eyeless, but I don't know. Don't have exactly many other options if he does win.
Does it remind you of Esselin?
In what regard?
Oh, like maybe some eyeless are going to pop out during this pit of grievance? Like they did at that funeral?
Oh.
That, or just also the similarity to the spotted fawn. An innocuous building in the middle of the city, but a tunnel underneath to an in-use ruin.
Yeah.
There's a lot we don't know. There's certainly no way for us to have enough time to locate which of Yaz's properties would have such an access point before the battle's concluded. And doing so, we would be short a mirror.
Yes, I think for now, really, the only thing that we can do is rest and prepare for tomorrow.
Well, it's one of the two.
Should we tell some of the others, like, Gorilla, or I can't remember the names.
I think she already knows. I mean, she was suspicious of Yaz and all the property buying. I don't know if, I'm surely she knows about the rumors of all of the eyeless and tunnels.
I would wager the way that the good king let us know these bits of information, he used it in just a bit of a gossip format, something that I'm sure Drilla and her eyes around the city would have already heard.
Should we ask if they have contingency plans? If something goes awry?
Well, it would be following the laws here. It wouldn't be going awry according to the laws of Nogbus. We'd simply be at fault. We don't even know if this proves our guilt or anything, or if it's just proving or not proving Yaz's innocence. Like, does he survive, does he not? There's a lot they haven't said. But it does seem that our two options are to explore the eyeless information or to prepare for the bit.
Are you suggesting that we go venture out in the night to explore?
That would be at the cost of resting.
Well, I mean, Murta and Thalash are going into it, right?
It's a very good point.
Is five?
Five.
Who else will go?
Well, folk from around town, I suppose.
I wonder if what's being communicated is that most of the town is going to be watching this fight. And if that's the case, maybe some of the buildings you're wanting to investigate are going to be empty.
Oh. Would that not be suspicious if we are not present
I mean,
at the fight?
maybe a handful of you, one or two, and the rest could just be tired.
If I'm not going in the pit, I don't need a night's rest. If we mean to do both.
I don't think it's prudent at all to start looking for tunnels with a fraction of our strength. We were barely able to have conversations and get around town without too much difficulty. I don't think that we ought to go delving into anything like this unless it's all of us at our full strength.
Yes, that makes me feel more comfortable.
Yeah. I just feel just kind of weird about like why he would come and tell us this right now.
He's telling us now in the event that, I would wager, in the event that we either need to make an escape, or in the event that, Yaz does lose tomorrow, and we need something to do.
It's true.
Probably one or the other.
Yeah, it's
To
true.
me.
We don't really know when he means for us to use that information.
So, do you feel uneasy about resting here tonight and not going to investigate a little bit? You seem like you're very motivated to get working on this right now.
Well, I'm just scratching for options. What can we do? I'm not desperate to go looking in the middle of the night. Lieff has a very good point that going by myself or half of us losing a night of rest after today, not the best of plans. And without seeing a list of Yaz's properties, I'd have to search the city entire.
That's what I was thinking. We need a list.
I think I could be wrong, but I think no matter what tomorrow holds, optimizing our rest best prepares us for whatever surprises come
That
up.
is what I think.
Whether the eyeless pop out during the fight, whether there's an angry effort moving against us in the odd event of our victory, young victory, or if Mert should fall and the eyeless mean to silence us. I do think rest is probably the best option.
Well, then let's rest tonight, and whatever comes tomorrow, we'll be together.
Even Snip and his weird eyeball. Zach, you have to stop. Sorry.
Small tingle.
I'll just like scratch my head.
So good.
Each of you, in your own way, find rest before this day full of uncertainty, day full of questions. Lieff, as you go to sleep, there's a gentle, subtle presence that enters your mind. Almost penitent. I am sorry, brother. The goblin, he did not protect you.
Frankly, I don't think I did too good of a job at that myself. No point being dishonest now.
It is good to know one's faults, but as your older brother, I must protect you. Perhaps if I ingratiate myself with them, they will keep you safe. Keep us safe.
As much use as I've gotten out of you over the years, I can't help but see you as more of a liability than an asset to me. Gotta keep you under wraps at all times. You know how much I have to eat to keep us both up and running.
You feel like a rumble in your tummy next to the arm.
The point being is you haven't made my life easier. No matter how many little tricks you got up your, I'd say sleeve, but you've never worn a shirt.
We did not ask to be born. We are sorry to cause you pain.
I don't give a scut about pain. It's the lack of convenience, so to speak. We're gonna end up talking in circles here for a while, I think, but we've never. I would say that outside of physical proximity, we've never exactly been close. I don't really anticipate that changing just because you start gabbing with everybody under the sun. How about this? You let me keep trying to get through life. Maybe you conjure up a few more of your tricks along the way, and we'll remain on good terms. How about that?
We are amenable to this. But please, we must keep this body alive.
The older I get, the harder that gets. But you and I are in agreement on this.
There's a flicker of oppression in the back of your mind, just a bit, and the rumble. We will live forever.
All right, well, that's a dream, isn't it? Go to sleep, or whatever passes for sleep for you.
The presence leaves your mind. You're able to long rest. Each of you level up.
Yay!
Morning comes. Some of you feeling more well rested than others.
Can I do something really fast?
Yep.
I want to try something. I want to try to rise early this morning. And I want to try to go to the Temple of Big Tree and find Phaedra.
Okay. Wait, who?
That's the wrong person. No, Phaedra's the wrong person. Ilsine.
Oh, I thought you were saying Thalar. Yeah, you can find Ilsine.
Yeah. Sorry.
You find him skinning a small hare in one of the rooms where they take offerings.
Ilsine, it's you may not remember me. What am I saying? Of course you do. I'm the only new face you've seen in probably 30 years. Is that right?
Yeah, I do. Do remember you. What can I do for you?
Well, I've come to this place to kind of, I don't know, maybe you can say atone. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not up to speed on all the gods myself. But, I'll just cut to the chase a little bit. A friend of mine, he came out in the forest the other day, having made a batch of fine called flake. Are you familiar?
Well, that would explain. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's probably not particularly smiled upon to have that in this city, is that right?
Not particularly. It's sometimes experimented with. Torvenbergen war priests use it from time to time to go into kind of a battle trance.
Oh, you know much about that?
No.
Don't know anything about that. No, I'm sure he didn't get it from here.
We're past that, but I don't dabble.
Well, that's fine then. We're glad we're past that. Well, I'll also keep things pretty simple for you. And in exchange for kind of keeping this to myself, I wonder if you could do me a modest favor. It really is quite modest.
And that would be?
Well, I was hoping to acquire some of those fine herbs that y'all got, to get through the forests.
Eyes narrow. Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Hey. 22.
His eyes narrow. I don't see why that would be any problem at all. Of course, we're friends.
Look, it's a precautionary measure for me. I'm sure you can understand someone in my position.
I would not blame you. Let me run in the back. I'll grab some.
I hope you don't mind if I accompany you.
Come on down. Leads you into a small storeroom and procures a modest sack of already cured herbs.
How many people would said sack get through the forest? We saw the rate of burn on this stuff.
It would not get everyone through it, but it would get some people.
Okay.
Probably 3 to 4.
3 to 4. And coupled with what I stole, we're probably maybe up to, what do you think, like 5?
Yeah, probably 5. Maybe 5.5. You could probably get everyone most of the way through the forest.
All right, how about
Including like burning it at night? Okay.
Now, look, I understand the position I'm in and the position you're in, but let me offer to sweeten the pot in exchange for just a little bit more. Not much, just a bit more than that. If things go according to plan and we're welcomed here with open arms, I would love to offer my services in helping you find some customers for your fine goods and wares?
There's a look of consternation almost on his face, and then a brilliant smile cracks his face.
Well, you should have led with that. Sure. Happy to.
May I make an insight check, please?
What are you trying to incite?
I would like to know if he's about to set me on fire the second I leave this place.
Go ahead and make, what's your modifier?
My modifier is just, it's +4. That's not bad.
You have no idea what that smile means.
Oh, beans. Sometimes that's how it be, y'all.
Hands you a second sack the same size. You have more than enough now.
Hey. Look, if I don't end up needing this, I'll bring it right back.
On the house if we're going to be doing business together. Oh boy.
Oh, well, I certainly do hope so.
Always looking to expand my clientele.
And I would be honored to help in that regard.
I mean, it is ridiculous. It should be legal. It grows in the ground, on trees. Don't get me started. Yeah, we'll speak out.
Oh, look, you're preaching to the choir here. No.
The Lord Solonar put this on the earth.
Certainly did. And you know what? We ought to be able to put it right into our bodies. No problems.
I agree.
But surprising that's the rules here. But anyways, I digress.
Well, I'll see you at the, at the pit.
Right. Hoping for good outcome then. It crosses fingers and leaves.
You make your way out, returning around dawn to Phalash's cabin. Still empty of Phalash.
That's concerning.
Is there anything you'd like to do this morning as you rise, have some breakfast?
Oh, I'll tell everybody that I got a bunch of herbs. About that. I acquired a few more of our necessary escape plan herbs, should we need them.
Oh, that is wonderful. How did you manage that?
Do you really want to know?
Yes, of course.
Just ask yourself that, and honestly, do you honestly want to know?
Yes, I do. I do really want to know.
She really does.
Oh, okay. Most people usually stop at that. Oh well. Now I went and visited Ilsine, leveraged the little bit of information we had against him, and offered to purvey a bit of his wares in exchange for these here bags. It's a pretty good deal on his end, but should we need them, we'll really need them.
Okay, how are we going to do that?
Oh, don't worry. I'll take care of that. If it comes down to it, you won't have to worry about it.
Alright. Well, at least we got some more herbs.
Oh yeah, no, we got plenty now. If we could make a break right now, we can leave immediately.
Each of you finish breakfast, and you make your way down the small incline of Phalash's house into Drugerskor proper, to the sound of murmuring, the sound of hundreds of voices talking, as you approach the pit of grievance. And as you spot the crowd, you realize that this pit is elevated up above the actual ground, the forest floor, and kind of a stone arena. You climb the stairs, finding your place next to the council members, the king, others, and spy about a 10-foot, 15-foot deep pit. And around in the pit are several others preparing. You do spot Phalash, who is shirtless, his head shaved, with ritual white markings painted across his body in some sort of chalky material, as well as several other fighters. One other half-orc of large stature, looks a bit burlier, as well as a tall half-elf and a more slight, quicker half-elf. Yaz is not to be seen as of yet. But you are regarded, Mert, specifically as you approach.
Before that, probably right before we get into the whole arena, I'm gonna take Mert aside.
Okay.
Real quick. Say, hey, I think I've maybe prepared something.
What you got?
It's a little shiny.
He absolutely takes it and just kind of observes.
And then I hold your, put it on,
Puts it on.
and then I grab like your hands, like you've got this,
I got this.
and I cast Warding Bond.
Okay. That allows you to what? Share the HP, right? How does that work?
Shall I say everything now?
Yeah, do it right now.
You've got to be within 60 feet of me, so I'll try to be at the very front. We'll see. But if this works, you can get +1 bonus to your AC, and you have resistance to all damage.
Whoa.
Cool.
Never tried it before, but if anybody can beat him, I think you can.
Mert just like very excitedly.
Got this.
Just like a big ol' hug for Ori.
Thank you. I'm confident.
And then we walk in.
As you walk in, it looks like Drilla waves you over, Mert, and says, "Are you ready?"
Ready as I can be.
Very well. There's a ladder over there. He just points to a small ladder leading down into the pit. Best of luck.
All right. I'll walk up to each of the other combatants, like just individually hold out a little fist bump.
One of them just grabs the hand. The other three instinctually know to bump it.
Well, like on the one that grabs the hand, like I wrap my hand around and give like a good like eye contact.
It's the big half-orc that you make eye contact with, and he goes, and just like gets hyped up. And as you prepare for the fight, that's where we'll end tonight's episode.
All right.